Good morning. Good morning. Quick video. Quick video. I want to talk about how life has changed in the Air Force, if at all. If at all. I can only speak for myself. I can probably estimate, or at least gather from observation, that not everyone's life has changed. Not every career field has adjusted their operations. You know, due to current events. I'm not even gonna mention it. But yeah, things have changed. Things have changed. Um, it's been an interesting a couple of months. I can speak more specifically to when travel restrictions were placed on the military. I believe it was around March 13th, 14th, 15th, something like that. It's been different. It's been different. Um, I can say for the most part, in my own personal life, I've enjoyed uh, the adjustments. The adjustments, not so much the mandatory changes and the mandatory, adaptations that were required for survival, for health, but in regards to just how my mind works, how my personality um, is inserted into the world. I've liked the adjustments, so the required adjustments. A couple things. Excuse me, I'm pumbling and rough, but we're teleworking, so who cares? Uh, so I wrote down a couple notes. Teleworking, obviously, working from home. I typically work from home, but as of late, I've been going into work into the Pentagon 5 days a week just to keep a routine. That's on the list as well to talk about, but I'll plug it here. Routine will keep you functional. Will keep you effective. Without routine, you're gonna hit a wall, especially in a military environment. Um, if you're in any type of process or let's say environment, if there's any amount of pace or tempo that is typically required, and then all of a sudden it changes to something slower, typically we will adjust. Our minds tend to go towards the path of least resistance, and so when we return to anything resembling normal, which the military tends to uphold a certain mandatory level of effectiveness, um, you're gonna hit a wall once we return to anything resembling previous operation tempo. And so you need a routine, your routine. But teleworking has been enjoyable. I am 100% more effective now. Now that I make my own schedule, waking up and being able to choose what I do first, second, third. You know, it's been dope. It's been dope. Now there's two perspectives on this. There's a technician perspective, which is you know, a finance technician, doing the actual job. I do the work to assist and support others. And then there's the out processing Isiah, who requires support, who needs help, with certain processes. As I out process Andrews and the Pentagon, going to Alaska, I have to go through other personnel to get certain things, accomplished. Um, I'm not gonna lie, it sucks being on the other end, but I understand the perspective, being that I work both sides. So, it, it is what it is. You need their help, they need your help. The technician's perspective is usually lost on the customer. They struggle with seeing, oh, they have their job to do, and it's more than just me. That's something that customers forget very quickly. You're not the only customer. They're teleworking too. So your issue is not an emergency, when there's thousands of y'all with the same issue. So yeah, a couple things. working out, working out. Um, I abhor. It pisses me off to levels of. It's amazing. Body weight workouts, home workouts, P90X, um, endless amounts of push-ups and sit-up. I hate it. I hate it. The concept of it. It's not me. Um, but now we now live in a place where we've lost access temporarily to gyms. Even the Pentagon gym is closed. Even the gym in my apartment building is closed. So now I'm required to be creative. I bought some weights a while back. You probably seen on IG or Twitter or whatever. Bought a barbell and some plates. And I was like, you know what? I require something heavy to lift. Um, and I still do the dips, I still do pull-ups and push-ups and what have you. But I enjoy barbell, quality barbell. So that's what I've been doing. But now discipline is now required to be even a little bit of effective in terms of, or just to maintain, to maintain. It's very easy to overeat now. It's very there's so much more time now. So now, you know, typically when you be at work in your chair and it's kind of enforced, your schedule and whatnot, and when you go to lunch and when you eat, and snacking is still authorized. It's not like it's wrong to snack, but typically you just have less time to snack. You're more effective when you're in the workplace in terms of someone else planning your time for you. But now we live in a place where I can work from my bed, and so the snacks are readily available. DoorDash has been clutch. You feel me? Um, it's just a different time, different place, and so now we live in a place where discipline is required. Discipline is now required. Um, Woe to those who are waiting for someone to come get them out the bed and help you do cardio, help you go for a run or for a walk. As of late, I've been doing a ton of walking. Walking. I don't run. I do not run. You feel me? I play basketball. I play sports. I do not run for no reason. I walk, and I've been running through books. Trust me. Like this time of teleworking, this time of seclusion and lockdown, if you will, has been so refreshing. Woe to those who leave lockdown and quarantine tired. Not all of us, again, not all of us, are on different schedules. Not all of us have had, major adjustments to, you know, our reporting and whatnot. But, something should have slowed down. Traffic, you know, that something should have been taken away from you to where now you have more time to devote to something that matters. So yeah, I saw the post a while back at IG. I was like, woe to those who leave, this time of dare I say calm, not peace, but calm, um, who leave it tired because you're going back to turbulence soon. You're going back to turbulence. A lot of people in the military environment have to slow down, and a lot of people have sped up. Shout out to those in the medical field. A lot of them have their tempo has increased. You know, adjustments. So yeah, a lot of you may need to get creative with your workout. Find a way to make it fun for yourself. If there's a way to play any amount of sports, um, do it. Do it. If there's a certain workout routine that it's mainly fun, it's not so much effective in terms of fitness, but it's fun for you and gets you moving. Do it. Do it. Uh, Run through some discographies and go for a walk. Run through some books. Watch Netflix on the treadmill. If you own a treadmill, go for a walk. Go hiking. Do something that's gonna build you up. Build you up because trust me when I tell you, there's an L waiting for you if you think you're just gonna ride through this time of nothing and arrive on the other end with no regret. It's waiting on you. A couple things. Eating, huge thing. Eating. We all struggle with it. Trust me. Some people are just better. Some people are more disciplined. We all have our areas of struggle where it may or may not be easier to eat healthy during this time, or you might be meal prepping every single day. Who knows? Who knows? Personally, um, I've been fasting. Fasting, love it, love it. I eat 1 meal a day. 1 meal a day. It removes the need, if you will, to snack. I wake up. The first thing I have is a little bit of that, a little bit of the cup. Um, yeah, and just drinking water all day, and then I'll go for a walk and I'll work out at some point. But fasting, just there's no snacking when you're fasting. I do roughly 16 to 20 hours, and then that 1 meal, whatever it may be. I'm really been on DoorDash as of late, so by no means am I preaching 100% count your macros and all that. I'm not getting into all that, but the amount of food I can eat within a span of 4 hours is a lot less than when I have 24 hours or the 12 hours I'm awake to just give to endless snacking. So find a way to maintain at least. I'm not saying that you need to be on 10 or on track to be 6-7% body fat. What I'm saying is that you need to have some type of path, some type of movement towards order in your life, at least the maintenance of order, at least. Um, relationships, relationships. This could be a whole video by itself on how to maintain a relationship during times of seclusion and isolation. Um, Allow me to slow down on this one. Let me re-up real quick. You feel me? Relationships. You have to be so much more intentional now. Obviously, everyone cannot be, a priority right now. As you can see, YouTube is taking a back seat for me. The videos still flow in my head. I still consume a ton of YouTube. Probably the first thing I consume when I wake up is YouTube. Not even Instagram or Twitter or anything. Like I love YouTube. It's dope. It's a dope resource. Um, but it's taking a back seat in terms of me outputting. It had to take a back seat. I can't constantly output. This has been a great time of just refeeding, re-upping on my book knowledge and just my knowledge of the universe. Rest in peace to Ravi Zacharias. Rest in peace to Ravi Zacharias. If you do not know who Ravi Zacharias is, um, despite, he's a Christian apologist. Um, a Christian apologist. Now, you don't need to be a Christian to consume his content. You need to be a human who has understanding of the world we live in, period. Period. A basic level of understanding of morality, of where that comes from, of where intrinsic value comes from, realizing that does not come from another human. Realizing that one of my favorite things I learned from him, and I'll enjoy this quick little tangent. Moral relativity cannot work on the planet Earth. We've tried it. We've tried it. If you look at the 20th century, one of the bloodiest centuries of human existence, where everyone decides for themselves what is right and wrong. It's a whole video. I've made videos on this. It does not work. It does not work. Anyway, he did his good work. He did amazing work on this earth. Rabbi Zacharias has impacted my life on levels he'll never know. He'll never know. Just my understanding of the universe, my understanding of theology, of my belief in God. You don't need to believe in God. That's on you. That's on you. I focus on truth and the pursuit of it. I don't want to be wrong. I do not want to be wrong. That's really the whole point of my studying and my reading is I don't like to be wrong. I will be wrong a lot. I will be wrong because I'm living. I'm living. But there are certain errors that you can avoid. There's certain things that are warning signs in the world, and that if we move too fast, we will miss all the warnings in pursuit of quick, of more. Not everything that's increasing quantity is quality, and I don't always choose quality. I don't always choose efficiency. Sometimes I choose convenience. And no matter what you choose, it has consequences. Indecisiveness has consequences. But yeah, in rant. Shout out Rabbi Zacharias. When I knew it was coming because he posted a while back, and the CEO posted a while back. He was fighting cancer and whatnot, and the doctors had sent him home to rest. Essentially saying that something else we can do. And so at that point, I kind of knew. Oh, and there's a whole nother video I have planned on that very topic. I can't do it on this. It's such a good video. Matter of fact, I need to write it down actually. I'll go ahead and plug it now. Why I stay away for fear of loss. It's a whole video. Again, one of the perks of learning is that you will learn so much more about yourself when you pursue truth. The things that are normal to you, the things that occur naturally or consistently, you will notice patterns, and you will notice, hey, I'm doing this one thing that's not particularly healthy. And then you'll have answers of why I'm doing this. I just finished a book yesterday called Why Women Have Sex. And again, the woman species is such a, she's so unique. And it's one thing to engage in sexual acts, but it's another thing to know why. Science can only go so far in terms of what a cake is made of, but agency, why is there cake there? Whose birthday it is? That's where philosophy takes over. That's where history takes over. And rant. So yeah, relationships. You need to be more intentional. You have to be more intentional. It's very easy to get caught up in social media and think that you're still, interacting properly. My boy had a birthday. I believe in early part of May, and his girlfriend threw a Zoom call, and that Zoom interaction was so much more than our normal interactions where we just, chat, text, snap back and forth. Me and him constantly joking back and forth, but I haven't spoke to him face to face in months. It's a big difference, and it spoke volumes. So realize that your relationships, the ones that matter, the ones that are based in truth, not insecurity, not particularly, the high ends or the extremes of sexual desire, but something that's based in long term meaning. Meaning, you need to be more intentional. A phone call, video chats. If you can, go see someone in person. If you can do it safely. I'm not advising you to break any laws, but if you can, you know, effort, effort right now is what's going to matter. Effort right now is what's going to keep a relationship functional. So yeah, I'll leave that there. Learning. I touched on this earlier. You have more time. You have more time. If you do, if you don't, make time. Make time. Learning cannot stop. Learning is mandatory for your ability to adapt. Learning. If you think you're done learning, if you think you've arrived, you're wrong. Just because I make videos does not mean that I've arrived anywhere. It means that I have more questions. Some of the greatest, educators or professors, lecturers, philosophers, they're just great at asking questions, arriving at different perspectives to those questions. Very rarely we arrive at, this is the proof, this is the answer, this is the end all be all. No. A math professor might arrive at that, but a philosopher, no, you just end up with more questions. Pursue learning intentionally. Time, you have more. Something has been taken away from you that now you have more time. Where is it going? And will you see a return on investment? You have more time. Will you receive a return on investment on the time you've been given back? Will you regret it? No. One of the biggest pitfalls to falling behind right now in terms of progressing, because if you're not progressing, you're pretty much dying. I'm not saying you should be achieving the biggest milestones, but you should be progressing in your life. If you're not, uh, regret is waiting for you. Regret. There should be a return on investment with your time. You need a routine. I have a friend who's feeling sluggish, feeling tired all the time, routine, routine. You need to set a time that you go to sleep, and that one's kind of flexible, but the time you get up should not be negotiated. The time you get up should not be negotiated. It can't be. Now that you're in charge of your time, let's say you're teleworking now, you don't have to report to the office anymore. You just have to log in at a certain time. You should be waking up at the same time every day. Your day should be planned. Half your day at least should be planned. From 7 to noon, I will accomplish these things. From noon to 6 o'clock, I will accomplish these things. Plan. Plan. And that's it. That's it. Very interesting times. Very interesting times. Uh, keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving. You see in those war, not so much war, but just scary movies, those who are running from murderers and serial killers and the enemy in general. One thing you always hear is we have to keep moving. We have to keep moving. Get in a place of growth. Get in a place of growth. Do not get complacent. Do not get lazy. Do not get sidetracked. Do not lose focus. A lot of people, speculate that the world's going to go back to the way it was, and that things will return to normal. Every time I see a post about something or somewhere reopening, I get a little bit of hope. I get a little spark. I'm not gonna lie. It reminds me of tech school. Phasing up. You get to a certain phase, you've been on base a certain amount of time, and now they give you back civilian clothes. Or you've been in basic training, they give you name tapes, and you get something different. You get your blues or whatnot, your service dress. Well, who knows? Who knows? Do not count on the world to be the same. Don't count on that. You should be growing. You should be adjusting. It's a very dangerous world. It's a very dangerous world to remain complacent in, to remain weak in. I'm not speaking just to your physical, I'm speaking to your mind. Your mind should be stronger than it was yesterday. Read history. Read history. It will scare you. It will inform you. It will point to a different form of the same thing that already happened previously. The military is not going to be the same. I've got a ton more questions as of late. Those who are waiting to join, those who are planning on joining, those who plan on talking to a recruiter after the stuff ends, or once everything returns to normal. Don't count on it. Do not count on it. The Air Force is now wiser to our ability to telework, our ability to cut positions, the fluff. There's certain jobs that we now realize are no longer needed. Why do we have a whole career field for something we can do from home, from our pajamas? No job is safe. I would argue that the only jobs that have any amount of security are jobs that require morality, jobs that require the human intuition, the human mind to make a decision. You see why these self-driving cars are struggling to figure out the small little minute areas of, do we swerve and avoid the car in front of us? Do we hit the two old grandmas on the sidewalk? Do we swerve into the children on the left-hand side? Do we hit the dog? How does a machine decide that when humans struggle with it? Humans struggle with morality. That's why our jails are full. That's why the grave is full. Our hands are bloody. It is what it is. It's life and death. Just a little reminder of reality. It kind of sucks to hear. It's not encouraging to hear. It's not TikTok content where you leave laughing and you're on 10. But a touch of reality, such as tragedy, natural disasters, quickly bring back context. If you think about it, we are a little too acclimated to thousands of people dying in a short amount of time. That's interesting. In the span of a couple months, you would think we would be in uproar. And, some places they are. I don't know. I digress. I hop on live and my thoughts start flowing, and things I've been thinking about for weeks start finally trying to come out during a single live video. Well, we can't do that. We're at 25 minutes. So thanks to those who watch. Shout out to everyone who, joined me. Be encouraged. Be encouraged. Pick up a book. Pick up a book. Don't be so entertained that you're not informed. There should be a balance. There's a balance. So yeah, be encouraged. Do something productive today. Say what's good to your boy.